Welcome to the SEO plus AI show. My name is Josh Bashinsky. As always, I have my co-host with me, Greg Bassani. Say hi there, Greg.
Hey guys. Hey Josh, how are you?
So, as you know, we have the highest technical excellence on our show. This is a mastery of YouTube production, of sound crafting, of crack editor video work, maintaining our high level of standards for the show. People are telling us sometimes they can't hear Greg. So I'm asking all of you out there who can hear us, let us know if you can hear Greg. I see him on my soundboard. I don't see why you couldn't hear him. So Greg, please talk more and we'll find out if people can hear you.
Hopefully you can hear me. I am going to do a demo of Keyword Spy a little bit today. So those out there who are interested in that, hopefully you can hear me as well. So let us know in the chat, and yeah, let's start.
Awesome. So that's going to be awesome. So as Greg mentioned, coming up. So today's topic is spray and pray and topical clusters. These are two big, huge topics in the SEO industry. Spray and pray used to be the bread and butter of SEO. And what is it? You used to generate a bunch of pages, and you would just put them out there. You make 50, 100 pages, put them on your site, see which ones Google liked. Whichever ones Google liked, you'd SEO those ones up. You'd build links to them, you'd move those up, and you would rank higher. Also, kind of in that same idea is the topical cluster idea. Some people call it silos. It's the idea that you make a bunch of kind of supporting pages in terms of internal links on your site that would link to a money page. So this is AI. That if you haven't been noticing, AI is this new thing, and AI has breathed. AI has breathified. AI has breathified new life into both spray and pray pages and topical cluster kind of pages. In the fact that we can generate them very, very quickly and very, very easily. We're going to show you ways to do that today. I'm going to show you kind of how to do it in GPT, ChatGPT, but then if you want to have it part of a tool that also does keyword research and will eventually build the entire cluster out for you, then we're going to demo Keyword Spy and show you how we're doing it there and kind of what we're doing. So before we do that though, let's do our segment, What's New in AI? So I'm going to share the screen here. Now, what do we do? Well, we go to Google Trends. So for those of you who've never tried Google Trends, you really should. This is how you stay up to date on stuff that even before it gets into a keyword tool. And so I like to go in here every week because AI is exploding so fast, no one can keep attention to it, pay attention to everything that's going on. And I like to go in here and check the last 7 days in AI. So let's do that. We've done the last 6 months. Now I'm going to show you what's going on in the last 7 days. And some very, very interesting ones here, Greg. I don't know if you noticed. Some very interesting ones are going on here. It's consistently even getting a little higher in terms of what people are interested in. Now look at this. Janitor.ai. I've never heard of that. It's a new thing. Now this is slightly not safe for work. So people who are like, can't show any even girls in bikinis, turn your monitor off right now or just start to listen, because that's what Janitor AI is. Janitor AI, it has a whole bunch of chatbots. Basically, they are a replica competitor. And of course, because I'm doing a demo, it doesn't want to load any of them right now.
A competitor of who?
Replica.
Of Replica.
Replica. So Replica, for those of you who don't know, has been an AI chatbot, really. It's been around for years and years. And it's kind of like a girlfriend-boyfriend AI. It's a romantic AI. It's a companion AI. And it used to get really sexual, or so I'm told. I never used it. But it used to get really sexual. And then when OpenAI came out with Turbo, ChatGPT, apparently, I'm told, Replica changed their business model entirely. And they decided to go completely legit in terms of legit chatbots. And now it's not loading for me, of course, which is hilarious. Here, I'll join the Discord. If you find an AI, join the Discord. Yeah, there you go. That's what you'll chat with. You get the idea. That's the kind of stuff you'll be chatting with on Janitor.ai. I don't know why it's called Janitor.ai. I have no idea. What role would you like? Well, I'm clearly a unicorn. I don't know what that means. What has that committed me to? I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be a unicorn or not. Okay. Yes, you need to be over 18, so clearly it's not safe for work content that's going on this thing. So it's a romantic kind of AI. That's the idea. It's supposed to be your girlfriend, boyfriend. There will be nudity if I click this, so I'm not clicking this. So that's what it does. And there's a bunch of chatbots here, and you just click one and chat with it. You have to join their group first. So clearly with Replica moving away from a romantic kind of partner AI, they've opened up a niche completely. It's wide open now for anybody to take advantage of it. So that's pretty interesting from a business perspective. And they were the hot thing this week, apparently. Look at that. Like, that's what happened this week was Janitor AI. I had never heard of it. That's why I come to Google Trends, because there's all kind of stuff I'd never heard of. I hadn't seen the news for that. And who knows, maybe I want to have a romantic AI, or who knows, maybe I want to test it to see if they're any good, to use it in some other fashion, or who knows, maybe I want to invest in it, or maybe I want to compete with it. AI is the new thing. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Now we got Snow AI as well. Now, what's Snow AI? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Snow AI is a very similar thing. Let me go to Bing Chat and ask it. Bing Chat. What is Snow AI? Now you're like, Josh, why are you using Bing Chat? Well, because it's faster than going to ChatGPT and putting on the GPT-4, then putting on the browse feature. And I don't have access to generative search yet because I'm in Canada, sadly. An advanced analytics solution powered by cutting-edge machine learning and optimization models. It uses a solution of BCG Gamma that solves... Oh, yes, this is what it was. I found it before. It does supply chain stuff. It does supply chain things. So they use AI to fix supply chains. That's right. I looked at it before. So that's a new supply chain AI, which is interesting. There's also an AI avatar service, creation service. It makes avatars as well. So this is the one that I think has broke out. This new supply chain management and strategy AI. So again, interesting. Interesting that's another thing coming up. Then there was the German search AI, the German church that they did. Janitor again, Crush On AI. I bet you Crush On is another one. Chat with your favorite characters, no filter. So here again, here's another replica clone. So people are all over AI. It's really interesting. If I click on this one, again, I apologize. This might not be safe for work. It's mostly safe. I don't see any nudity. I mean, getting close, but... So, oh, no, there's nudity. Okay, my apologies. So, yeah, so again, it's just one of them in the corner. It had to be there. So, clearly, these kind of romantic AIs, these sex bot AIs, are going to be very, very big. Mistral AI, I don't know if that's the same kind of deal. No, this is a new company on the AI game. This is a French startup that raised 105 million euros in France. They're in Paris. They get 105 million euros, which is way more than 113 million American, I think, unless the euro is doing really badly or the American dollar is doing really well. I'm not really sure which one it is. But so that's what that is. This is this new AI company that's looking to take on, like, this is their webpage. That's it. Look at this. That's it. They're looking to take on OpenAI. They got a whole bunch of money. People are just throwing money at AI projects. So interesting, again, to know what's going on. Keep your eye on this. In the future, it could be used very easily for any AI application, including SEO. So remember, guys, while you're watching, if you have any questions, please ask them in the chat. That's why you would watch live. If you want to watch live, make sure to subscribe and click that little bell thing. And you can watch live and ask us questions about AI stuff that's coming up. This is how you make money. Staying ahead of what's going on here and watching what's going on here, or watching our show, and we'll digest it for you every week. Okay, now I see Bittycode's AI app, Qu'est-ce que c'est? Bittycodes and BTC Pro IPEX AI. So this is a Bitcoin app. So did you think crypto was gone? Think again. Here it is. Bittycodes, the official website, updated. So Bittycodes is a trading platform that has an AI as part of it. Is that what it has? They just give me a sign-up sheet. Crypto. You gotta love. The BTC Pro IPEX AI is a powerful, innovative, and complete auto trading software designed to catch opportunities in the market. Okay. All right. Well, I wouldn't trust this. I wouldn't use this, but I bet you a lot of AIs like this are going to come out, depending on the data they're using for it. I don't know what the AI could tell you of when to buy or when to sell. I don't know what it would track or what it would know, but it could be useful. It could be good. So people who are into crypto, you might want to check this out. But we're going to see lots of these kinds of apps coming up. We're going to see lots of these kinds of AIs coming up. So that's interesting. Let me see what Bing Chat tells me about it. Okay, give me top pros and cons of Bloink. So this is another way you can use your chat, your AI chat assistant. Tell it to give you pros and cons of a thing, and it can do the search for you really quickly. And this is kind of a useful way to use generative search, both in Bing Chat or in ChatGPT or in generative search for Google. So it says BTC iPlex AI is a highly efficient and fully automated cryptocurrency trading robot developed by so-and-so. It caters to the needs of both novice and seasoned traders. With its advanced technology, innovative trading strategies, and artificial intelligence, this platform performs automated trading on behalf of the user, making it a highly profitable tool for cryptocurrency trading. Yeah, that's straight from their website. So it has these pros. Ease of trade. With auto trading, no experience is needed. Oh, this is so dangerous. Oh, God. This is so dangerous. Someone who knows nothing about trading gets into it and lets the AI do everything. Oh, my God. This is going to rip off so many people. This makes me so nervous. Algorithms execute the trade for you. Minimum time needed. A trader or investor does not need to spend hours studying or analyzing charts, as they should, to mitigate their risk to respond to market moves. An affordable minimum deposit. A demo account for trading is available. There are no platform fees yet. There will be. Fast scanning of cryptocurrency markets. The most popular altcoins and BTC are supported. Claims a high win rate. Oh, well, it might be useful if you start changing your Dogecoin to Bitcoin while all those are going up and down relative to each other. That might be useful. But that presumes that crypto is coming back and that anyone will give a crap about any crypto, including Bitcoin. Claims a high win rate, more than manual trading. Yeah, I'd like to look in the stats of that a little bit higher. Withdrawals are processed quickly. However, it's important to note that while this thing claims a very high success rate, this cannot be proven. Thank you, Bing Chat. As a result, traders should proceed with caution and only invest what they can afford to lose. Exactly. Wiser words. Truer words have never been said by an AI. So that's actually really good information from Bing Chat there. Let's see what else is new. Venus Chubb AI. Well, I bet you that's another romantic one. I'm not even going to look at it. I'll just bet you that's what that is. Paul McCartney AI Beatles the record. I don't know what this is. I think this has to do with a new artificial intelligence has enabled a final Beatles song. Okay. Paul McCartney used AI to purify John Lennon's voice on upcoming last Beatles record. AI is kind of scary but exciting because it's the future. There you go. So there's that. Falcon AI, which I've already mentioned to everybody, is a new giant and very high scoring large language model from Abu Dhabi. I believe it's from the Technology Innovation Institute, TII. I believe that's what their acronym stands for, or their initialism. TII is Technology Innovation Institute out of Abu Dhabi. They've got a 7 billion and a 40 billion parameter version that was fine-tuned on ChatGPT. And it's open source, commercially available. I'm not a lawyer, can't give legal advice. Read the license yourself, but that's what I saw when I was there. And it is one of the big ones that could be a competitor. It could be a contender. It could win, Rocky. It might be able to do some stuff for you. So Venus AI, let's see what that is. Probably the same thing. Venus AI about, maybe not. Oh, yes, this was different. This is kind of like an artificial intelligence. This is to help people in BIPOC, I think. Black, Indigenous, people of color. I think that's what this is to help, or maybe just the B in BIPOC. I'm not sure. So interesting. If you are following in that demo, maybe you want to talk with these folks and maybe they'll help you out in some way. I'm not really sure. I would get whatever government grants you can get. In Canada, I tell people that all the time. There's all kind of grants that are available for all kinds of things that just go unused because no one knows about them. So look into the local stuff that your government provides. It could be useful. Framer AI. Framer AI is interesting as well. It is an ability to generate a website in seconds. Generate and publish your site with AI in seconds. So you can make an iOS a business for writing better code called Chirp. You can make an event called Jazz Night in Amsterdam. You can make a personal book club called Bookworms. You can do all these things. And wow, what a great way to both inform the user what it can do and make them start. This is great for CRO, don't you think, Ray?
It looks good. This is what, honestly, most landing pages sales page, homepage now are looking like. Honestly, they just get right to the point and get you started. If you don't do this, then yeah, you're probably losing a lot of users. So yeah. I agree. CRO looks.
Yeah, CRO is definitely very important. Okay, so that's what that is. Snow AI. I tried to look this one up. We already talked about that one. Kobold AI. And the last one is Kobold AI. And this is a Dungeons and Dragons game, I do believe. I've looked into it, and this is a Dungeons and Dragons game. So that's another thing that you're going to see AI boosting, both gaming in general, of course, but also tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, and there's a bunch of other ones, Vampire the Masquerade and other ones like that. AI really supercharges those kinds of games. So if you're into those kind of games, or you're into making money with those kinds of games, look into Kobold AI. Also, Light RPG is another one that I know of who's very active in the OpenAI forums. Okay, so yeah, great. What'd you think about those ones? Very interesting to see other AIs kind of muscling in on the AI territory in terms of replicas AI for romantic AI. What are your thoughts on the latest AI stuff that came out? A Framer making websites. What are your thoughts on the latest stuff that came out this week?
Well, you were probably around, but remember, when the .coms were coming into existence, like 99, and it crashed in 2000. Does it not remind you of those days where there was a .com for literally everything?
Yes.
And then a tidal wave came, and only a few of the companies survived, and then they grew like crazy. So my only advice is just let the hype happen, let this all come to its pinnacle, and most companies will get weeded out, and then the ones that are still there that look promising, those are the ones I would attach myself to. But it's exciting. I think, honestly, they're very useful. Most of them are, they're good. Whereas like the .coms, they weren't, because the technology wasn't that great. But with this AI, it's so user friendly and good. Even in the beginning stages, it's incredible. So
yes, it completely reminds me of the .com days. And yes, I was still around in the .com days. It reminds me of more like 95 than 99. 95 was serious investments. Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, big huge names with big huge companies started then. Even Yahoo, which is kind of a joke in the SEO industry, but only because nobody uses it anymore. But people used it like crazy. It was a big huge deal. And it was anyone's game. It was anyone's guess. It was anyone's game as to what was going to happen, what was going to go on. So yeah, now is the time to study AI like crazy, to improve your job, start using tech to improve your life. With minimal risk, try things out. With minimal risk, even invest in things. Like Keyword Spy, for example. You have minimal risk right now to try free for 2 weeks, or to start paying the very low grandfathered price. We also have more introductory prices for just separate segments of the application, not the full application. Just you can start trying things out, seeing what's going on. That's really going to help you. Like, you never know when you're going to come across the AI that's going to change your life entirely. That's why I do that segment, which might not even be AI SEO related, but I do that segment because I could have just changed your life with Framer. You might be like, oh my God, I can generate websites so easily, Josh. Thank you so much. Like, that could have just changed some people's lives, right? So, and who knows? Maybe the Venus chat, or maybe the Venus AI could change your life because you're it's helping you out in your life. Or maybe the romantic ones could change your life. I don't know. I don't judge. There's tons of stuff going on. This is not hype. This is not like the crypto days where it was 80% hype and 20% real. This is AI is 80% real and like 10% hype or 20% hype. And there's a lot of really good stuff there. So speaking of the really good stuff, let's move on right now to our SEO topic, where I've already enabled multiple screen sharing. And Greg, my young friend, please take away the demo. We're going to show you both how we would do spray and pray and how we would do topical clusters and how we're kind of handling that inside of Keyword Spy.
Sure. Thanks, Josh. I will start by saying, I'm not an expert demo and demoer, and so I'm going to do my best to get through the demo, and hopefully I take it through a good sequential easy to understand method. So I apologize in advance if I don't, but I'm going to give it a shot here. So I think, Josh, you want to start with basically generating a topical cluster. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the dashboard for Keyword Spy, and he's got it collapsed. But on the left-hand side, you see all the different packages, if Greg wants to uncollapse that for a second. So we have Keyword Discovery, just so you guys know, if you mouse over Keyword Discovery, just to see what that says there. We have Keyword Discovery, which is where we recommend all the users start. You start with the base or seed keyword, and we have an advanced AI that is really better than anything on the planet right now. It's way better than competitive analysis and Ahrefs or SEMrush, and it will find your best pages that also will make the most money, that also is the easiest to rank for. And that's a separate app in Keyword Spy, and we recommend people start there because 75% of ranking is choosing the right keywords to begin with. So that's where we highly recommend you start. You can plan money pages. You can also plan out topical clusters there, or to start with the keywords you should be ranking for, because topical clusters can have two ideas. The first idea that most people talk about is just like high informational pages, which is what we're going to really show you today. Higher informational pages that are supposed to key into some kind of Google knowledge graph. But the other idea for topical clusters, which I've been teaching in underground SEO University for years, which is, how about your topical cluster pages be money pages too? Why can't your topical cluster pages also be money pages that are also making you money? Why do they have to be informational pages that are informing the world for free, that generative search might just give the user the answer right on the SERP and eat your lunch? There's all kinds of pros and cons for going both ways. So you can do both ways for topical clusters. So just quickly to show them Keyword Discovery, if you click on Keyword Discovery, you see the steps there. Step 1, fill in the difficulty modifiers to the left. So you want to choose whether you're a top-level expert in this niche. You want to click whether you're going to use AI content, and you want to click whether you're already using a powerful site or a high domain authority. Then step 2 would be entering in your EMQ or your seed keyword there, where it says start with keywords, or you could start with an existing website. And then you can run that. If you already have some ones that are done down there, Greg, if you don't mind sharing one of them. Then you click on one of them. And again, this demo will be done in 30 seconds. It's very easy to use. After you click on one of them, you would click the Go button there under keyword difficulty. Right now, it's sorted by keyword ROI. You see that blue bar? And so the keyword ROI is the traffic times the hotness times the money. So we know how hot it is in terms of year-over-year change, like digital marketing altogether is 22% up. People on average bid $5 for it. And there's 368,000 searches for it. So it's got a very high traffic value. You could also check the traffic per month. It's got a very high traffic value, and it has a very high keyword ROI value. But the question is, how difficult is it to rank for that? Well, it'd be very difficult to rank for that because it's all a single one word, and it probably wouldn't give it to you. So that's probably a bad example for the keyword difficulty. But you would just click Go, and the AI would run the analysis on the keyword difficulty. We've already got one done down there. And if Greg wants to click that keyword difficulty, this is what the AI does. It goes through and it analyzes in a much more fine detailed way what the average difficulty is there to try to rank there. So the average difficulty looked like it was around 23 or something like that. And that's a pretty easy niche. So these are very low scores. Yeah, it was 23.15. Those are low scores. And that's the low-hanging fruit there. Spot out of Squarespace that doesn't have the EMQ in the page, doesn't have an EMQ in the title, and doesn't have an EMQ in the URL. And the site focus is only 22% to the EMQ, and the title focus is only 33%, and the page focus is 0. That would be a pretty easy page to replace. If you're using what we call sheet, you need the sheet. You need the semantics, the helpfulness, the experience, the expertise, the authority, the trust, and the timeliness on your on page. If you have all that on your on page, the sheet, the SHEEATT, the semantics, the helpfulness, the experience, the expertise, the authority, the trust, and the timeliness. If you have all that, getting that spot 18 shouldn't be that difficult. On the general rule of thumb, after doing a lot of research here now in Keyword Spy, and the research is always ongoing, we're still in beta, but basically, Greg will attest to this. Our general rule of thumb, For the difficulty scores in Keyword Spy, if it says 18 difficulty, that means if you do a good job in Keyword Spy doing your on page and you've put in the sheet, you've put in the semantics, which Keyword Spy will do for you. You put in the helpfulness, which Keyword Spy will do for you. You put in the experience, which Keyword Spy will do for you. You put in the expertise, which Keyword Spy will do for you. The authority, which Keyword Spy will do for you. The trust, which Keyword Spy will do for you. As far as they're all managed both on page and on your site with your topical clusters, which we're going to get to in a second. And you put in timeliness, you put in a date signal somewhere, and you're willing to keep that up to date. If you do that, you could just double that number. So a difficulty of 18, we expect you should come in at spot 36 or so. And our testing has shown you can come in at spot 36 or so with very little effort, with about 2 or 3 clicks of a button and patience of waiting for an hour for our AI models to populate, our AI models to analyze, and our AI models to spit out your page for you. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good for a few clicks of a button. And you could try Keyword Spy for free for 2 weeks. Go ahead and try it out. It's and if you want to go for a more of a tougher one, like if you want to try to knock that website builder off that was 26 difficulty, I'd expect you to come in at spot 50 for that. So now, once you run a whole bunch of the keyword difficulties, in terms of the topical clusters, what you would do, or money pages, you're looking for both, really, because in my mind, why can't your topical cluster be money pages and make you or your client more money? You could sort once after they're done by keyword difficulty, once you've done a whole bunch of them. And now we see a bunch that were there, like website builders. So then after you sort by final ROI, that's sorting by keyword ROI and keyword difficulty. So it's taking the hottest, best traffic, most money, that are also the easiest, and it's putting those at the top with the final ROI. No other piece of software does this. We're so proud of this. No other piece of software does it. It's very bug-free at this point. It works very well. The price, the $144 per month current price of Keyword Spy, which is a grandfathered temporary price, the current price of Keyword Spy at $144 a month is worth, keyword discovery is worth that alone. It's worth it alone to find topical clusters this way. So you would build website builders, you would build on free website builder, you'd build website design company. Those ones have lower difficulty and the highest keyword ROI. Website builders looks great. That is a choice keyword. And look how low the keyword difficulty is. Can you hover over the bar there? It's only 23. So if you used Keyword Spy to build your page on website builders, you would come in on page 5 with very little effort, without any external links. Very, very little effort. You might need to use Omega Indexer to get it indexed, and Omega Indexer will give you a few links because that's how they do the indexation. If you're not scared to run an indexer to a money page. From right here, you could start the keyword report. You would select your location, and notice down here, you would select I would select the top 100. Now notice here, speed threshold, spray and pray. So this is what you would select if you're doing a topical cluster. You would select spray and pray, or maybe we'll call it topical cluster or bulk creation in the future. But that's where you would select spray and pray or topical cluster, and it would do a much faster, much easier analysis AI build. But if you're using this as a money page, I would do that with your full testing in the speed threshold, which is another option there in the speed threshold, and I would do it with full testing is what I would do. Most accurate testing if it's going to be a money page. But if it's going to be a spray and pray page, or if it's going to be a topical cluster, you don't need to do the most accurate testing. It's just a waste of time. I would do spray and pray, and it will build this page out for you. And you can just choose 10 pages here, 20 pages here, 50 pages here, and that's one way you can build out your topical cluster on middle of the sales funnel queries that will make you the most amount of money. So that's one way of doing topical clusters. Greg, did I forget anything? And while Greg is adding anything or something that I might have forgotten, if you have any questions, please go ahead, ask them in the chat. Or if you're watching later, please ask any questions in the comments at the bottom of the YouTube, or email me directly at joshbashinsky@gmail.com. That's JOSH, B as in Bob, ACH, Y as in YouTube, N as in Nancy, SKI@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to answer as well. Did I forget anything there, Greg?
Note just that you can get this tool for, I think it's like $29 a month. That's number one. And just, the filtering, the sorting, that's, I guess seen in a lot of other tools. Added those in here just so people would be able to have those tools and not think that this was completely foreign to them. So it has all the features that everything has, but it just goes so far above and beyond. And that's why keyword difficulty you get instantly when you log into Ahrefs or SEMrush, because all they look at is backlinks, and they have an algorithm that calculates the domain authority or domain rank, and that's all they're basing their keyword difficulty on, more or less. And so it's instant. Ours actually analyzes in real time the SERPs and looks at how many data points, Josh? Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a couple in the background there too. Yeah, and we're always adding to this as well. Whenever we can get a good API. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why you don't see keyword difficulty unless you ran it prior, which it does have the date. It just takes time to process these, but it's less than a minute, and the data is so accurate and useful. Like Josh said, it's instantly telling you, where you potentially can be. A lot of these are hard keywords, so you're going to be on page 5 or 6. But
yeah, when you start seeing difficulties in 30s, 40s, and 50s, that's getting harder.
Yes. So that's all pretty much. I just wanted to preface is that, we have most of the features that other tools have, but we just go so far above and beyond. And the price point it's at is ridiculously low.
That is ridiculously low. You said $29. I'm like, what? We're doing what? We're selling this low? Wow. Guys, before I can convince Greg to change that price, you better sign on now. You better get the signed on price now, because after this call, we're going to have a meeting and I'm going to talk to Greg about how that's way too low. This tool is so good. This does more than what anyone else does or even dreamed of doing. That's way too low. So guys, I would sign on now, and we'll probably honor that price moving forward. But and it's only for keyword discovery, by the way. You can't run any keyword reports. You have to do your own SEO after that. Totally. Yeah. But at the very least, you won't be able to run keyword reports in the $29 version. You need Keyword Spy for that, which is only $144 a month, which is going to have everything else that we're going to show you. But in terms of building a topical cluster out of money pages or of no-do pages or informational transactional pages, which is a perfectly valid way of building your topical clusters, by the way, because it makes you more money. Like, you never know. Like, you thought free website builder was going to be your EMQ. You thought that. But then you find website builders is a much better keyword with higher ROI, and it's way easier to rank for. And you would never know if you didn't do that process. So guys, this is 75% of ranking right here. This separates the amateurs from the professionals. This tool right here separates the people who stick in SEO and make money and survive, and sadly those people who do not, because they didn't do the keyword research to begin with. And I know I'm preaching to the choir for anyone who's been in SEO for over 20 years like I have. We all know this. This is our bread and butter. We used to do this a lot. And for some reason it fell by the wayside, Greg, and I don't even know why that is, quite frankly.
I do have one other thing to add in, because I've been looking at other tools.
Yeah.
And the way they generate their keyword ideas, as you can see here, we plugged in one keyword, web design, which is, has a lot of branches and should have a lot of keyword ideas.
Yes.
But find me a tool that will generate 16,851 ideas, number one. And then number two, those ones that, maybe they're creating 1,000 or 2,000 for you, all they're doing is going down the alphabet, A website builder, a B website builder.
Best website builder.
They create these like fictitious phrases and keywords with this alphabet process that I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. People maybe never even search for the thing, so it's just wasting your time. This is actually Google Keyword Planner data.
Yeah, and our AI analyzes it.
I don't know how you beat that, but
our AI analyzes it and goes in and finds more topics for you that are on topic. So yeah, thank you, Greg, for reminding me. We've built so much into this, I forget. Yeah, what other tool will give you put in one seed keyword and it gives you 16,000 options, to which I guarantee to you, there will be better keywords than the one you chose. I guarantee to you, you will find better keywords with this than the one you chose and the one you thought you were going to go with. Ones that can make you a ton amount of money, or ones that are super hot. You can also sort by year-over-year change as well, and find ones that are super hot. Like which ones are up, those are down. Like, look how high those are up. Durable AI website builder, those are super hot right now. And all you have to do is just run the keyword difficulty on that, and it's added into your funnel ROI. So, I mean, for building out money pages, whether you use us for the SEO component, God, $29 is cheap. I can't believe we're doing that. That's not going to stay that way. So sign on to it immediately. I don't want to like oversell it. I don't want to be, but I'm just so proud of this. Like, this is such a great tool.
I have a hard stop at just before 2 p.m., which is about, say, 17, 18 minutes from now.
Yeah.
So I want to get into the topical clusters.
Let's do it.
That report did not take that long.
No, it's done already. And the average difficulty is 30. So you make a page just on page alone, you can get to spot 60. Easy.
Yeah.
With 4 or 5 clicks in Keyword Spy. Easy. You didn't have to write anything. It does it all for you. So that's awesome. So that's how you would build middle of the sales funnel topical clusters. But here's how you would build the informational topical clusters, all based on the research out of, again, my underground SEO university. So if you want to know why we do things differently than everybody else, is because we have research and proof that this is the better way to do it. If you want to see the proof, by all means, email me at joshbachynski@gmail.com. I'd be happy to show you. But Greg, please show us how we would do then the informational topical cluster, and so how our AI builds you the proper knowledge graph topical cluster here.
So our tool allows you to use some of the keyword reports that you already ran. It puts it in a little drop down, but you don't need to use that. We can just type in something. Does anyone have an idea what they want me to test here and put in? Josh, do you have an idea?
Yeah, let's try a general query first, then we'll do a local query after. So let's do what's a good general query? Let's do website builders. Let's stick with website builders. Let's see that one.
So the keyword we were liking was websites, plural, builders. So I'll just do website builders.
Sure.
Sound good? Okay.
So now our AI is analyzing the topic, and it's going to build you the best knowledge graph based, including the node structure. Do you see the node structure? Knowledge graphs are always made in node structures.
I can't fit it on my whole screen, so I'll just stay at the top, but you can see what I entered is at the top, and then the node below it, and then
features. And that looks great. Look at that. Features, all the pricing models, and it's in the tiered structure that you need to be in to represent the knowledge graph properly. A lot of people don't realize that you have to be in the right structure for the knowledge graph to have any benefit there. And this has the structure built into it.
So what we're planning on adding is probably on the side or either down below here, we'll build the EMQs for you. And so then you can go through that list, select one by one or in bulk, and then start actually running these spray and pray reports that I'm going to show you in a second. But I don't know, Josh, if you want to explain how we're going to do that, and then we'll probably have that built in within the next week or so.
Yeah. So just copy like just the features section. Copy the feature section there. Let's say you want to build out the feature sections first. So we would copy that right now, and then we would go to Keyword Spy, and we would use the bulk submission here. And we would, do you have to select spray and pray?
I do, but I have to build these EMQs correctly without these dashes and stuff. So.
Oh, I see. Okay. So go back. Sorry. So I didn't realize this wasn't ready yet. So in the future, it will have the.
That's what I was just explaining.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So like I said, guys, we're in beta, but now's the time to get into this tool, because as you can see, the value of this tool, once it's done, the price is going to go up. And for any tool that does the same things we do, the price is much higher than $144 a month. And you won't be able to get that price back. So I would highly recommend bearing with our bugs and manual way of doing things. But what it would do is it would pull all these into bulk, and it would build all these automatically with the keywords you want to use. And it would start building out your topical cluster is what it would do for you. So basically that's an AI Spy. Let's go back to AI Spy here. So also, another friendly point of contention between Craig and I is AI Spy is also released for a ludicrously low price, and this gives you access to all the different stuff we're doing here. Let's just quickly go through what you get with AI Spy for another very low price as well. I think it's $24 a month. You get the Google helpful content and review AI. Now, no other tool does this. No other AI will tell you, like, In SEO, we often have to build content, but we're not a subject matter expert. But Google wants you to be a subject matter expert, and you have to be a subject matter expert. So this is a subject matter expert in a box, right? You just put in your EMQ and you select which kind of helpful content and review content you want, and it will produce it for you. It gives you lists of all the useful firsthand expertise, or how much to write to make sure that they leave with enough of the topic. These are actually questions from Google that they ask you that you need to know to write your content, to have heat, to have the EAT. Or the experience, expertise, authority, and trust. This is what they're talking about on page. And a lot of people don't realize this, Greg, that the sheet, the full thing, is an on-page metric, or the EAT originally in the Google nomenclature, the experience, expertise, authority, and trust. That's an on-page thing. That's not a site-based thing. That's an on-page thing. They're looking for you to show you've had the experience and you've actually used it when you're reviewing something, or that you're actually being helpful on your page. Because those are the kind of pages that generative search is going to show up, and Google search is going to show up. So we have an AI that does this for you. You don't need to hire a subject matter expert anymore or pay a writer to do this anymore. You can just click a few buttons in here and get that content, which is super useful. Let's put website builders in there.
Which one do you want me to check?
Anyone, it doesn't matter. Select that one, those ones, and click submit. And what our AI will do is we'll analyze what it would be like to have first-hand expertise and check out the depth of knowledge for all those things and make sure it's included in your content. And also it'll make sure that it's got the best tips and tricks for the user, or whatever it is they need to know to leave feeling that they've learned enough about a topic to help achieve their goal. And so here it is. Now let's check this out. You tell me if you think this is good content that you might have missed if you didn't know it. Experts say, and it also speaks from an expert perspective, which again, Google wants you to be an expert. Google does not want to rank any pages that does not have expertise in it. So you need to be talking like you're an expert. And if you're not talking like you're an expert, Google is going to nab you eventually, right? This is something that's required. And in Keyword Spy, in the content editor, we actually have an AI that analyzes this in a different way, and will actually score your page and give you a heat score. Actually, how helpful, experienced, expertise worthy, authoritative, and trustworthy your content is, based on the level of your knowledge, the depth of your knowledge on the topic that an AI analyzes, and can analyze very well. So this is what it says for website builders. It says, experts say that website builders are user-friendly and easy to use, even for those with no coding or design experience. Newbies can expect a wide range of templates and themes to choose from, allowing them to create a professional-looking website, blah, 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 blah. Offer built-in SEO tools. Some website builders include e-commerce functionality. So this is a really good summary of what website builders have and why you'd want to use it. So I think a lot of people in SEO for a long time would be like, duh, of course, Josh, I'm going to include that in my page. But you know what? I've done so many audits, and even on sites that claim to be a super authoritative site, that don't have this information, that are not helpful at all. And if they have this information, they're not putting it in an easy list that's easy to read. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a paragraph, I stop reading. When I see a paragraph, my eyes glaze over, I stop reading. It's got to be in a list, and I scan the list quickly. And I look for lists specifically. The next one it's using for this is making sure that you need to talk about ease of use, customization options, features and functionality, pricing, customer support, scalability. Are you sure your page talks about all those dimensions that are important? Only the AI can tell what everybody else on the internet has talked about as important. You cannot beat the subject matter expertise of the AI if it's got it in its corpus. You just can't. And your writer you're hiring on Upwork who knows nothing about website builders or about your topics, who you've hired to write it, the research they're doing, I guarantee to you, is not good enough. It's not good enough. So again, I would really recommend using an AI to do this, and Keyword Spy has this built in. You can get AI Spy for only $24 a month, and it does all these things, right? It has the URL, title, meta, H1 generator. It's got an advanced AI detector, which is second only to like originality.ai. Our AI detector is just as good, I think, in fact, maybe even slightly better, because it actually breaks down the content with colors and shows you what's going on there. We've got the content improver, which will rewrite content or paraphrase content. We have the ability here to win the featured snippet, which is guaranteed in our testing to get you a featured snippet or maximize your chances of getting a featured snippet. which it analyzes the query intent. It checks out the expert sentiment. No one else does that. And it gives you the short summary, the answer in 35 to 45 words. Now, this is pretty good for the feature snippet. Look at this. Website builders are tools that allow users to create websites without coding knowledge. Boom. There you go. There's the answer. If I typed in website builders because I didn't know what it was, that tells me what it is right there. That answers the question. You would not believe how many people do not properly answer the question in their featured snippet because they don't know what the answer is or what everyone else is saying the answer is. It doesn't matter if you think you know what the answer is. The question is, what do Google's AIs think the answer is? And that's what we're analyzing here for you. You also can do an outline with subheaders, which is based on the same thing of being the maximally helpful. It also will tell you the query intent. And last but not least, it has that capability to do the topical clusters that we mentioned. So it'll generate it for you. And right now, it just gives you the list. But you can take that list and put it into Keyword Spy and start building them in bulk. Or you can build them any way you like if you don't have Keyword Spy. This is what a next generation AI tool does. Greg and I talk about this a lot. There is no advanced SEO tool yet, SEO AI tool, except for Keyword Spy. This is the next level of where you need to go with AI. I would just highly recommend to get in the grandfather price because it will be higher. It's only $144 for the entire package, $24 for AI Spy, or $29 for Keyword Discovery. I mean, Keyword Discovery is a no-brainer. It is the best keyword discovery, niche finder, topical cluster builder, money page builder, or at least planner for the keywords on the planet, hands down. And it works super fast, and it's pretty much bug-free at this point. So I would highly recommend it before I convince Greg to up that price because it's way too low. It should be higher than that for sure. Greg, do you have any final thoughts before you need to go?
No, I think that was, I like the first half of the conversation. I do love learning about up and coming stuff that you're following specifically. We do have a Twitter channel that we do pump out a little AI updates, news, and nuggets going on. But the show is really where everything is happening. So I'm glad people are enjoying it, and I know I am. So I appreciate your time, Josh, and thank you everyone for watching.
Awesome.
We'll see you next week.
We sure will. Well, thanks very much. So for Greg and myself, we'll bid you adieu today. But again, like and subscribe to and click the bell to make sure you see when we're live if you want to ask questions. We might be changing the time to another day, so keep watching for that. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch us when we go live. And as always, this has been the SEO Plus AI show. Email me at joshbashinsky@gmail.com if you have any SEO questions at all. I'm happy to help you out. If you have any SEO questions, I can answer a 5-minute SEO question, not a problem, for free. That's not an issue. And of course, I also have Underground SEO University, which does all the research that proves the SEO tactics that are going to boost you. And I would try keywordspy.com. Try keywordspy.com for free for 2 weeks. I think you'll be very impressed with all the different offerings that we have there. All right, guys. So for Greg and myself, thank you very much for watching and listening, and we will see you guys next time.